Subscribe for more Reddit stories.
Gave her what she wanted. So I'm a 17 male, and I got my first job recently, thanks to the people who gave me advice during my first interview. I work as a kitchen staff in a dessert store selling cookie doughs, waffles, ice cream, churros, etc. So the store works from 1 p.m. until midnight because people crave sugar at night, so it gets extremely busy from evening till night. I work during the evenings, and it is very, very busy. There will be an insane amount of tickets for delivery and in-house orders, so there's usually like 3 or 4 people in the kitchen. But yesterday, I was alone with the owner. One of the kitchen staff is on holiday, and the others caught COVID. They're brothers. So I and the owner had to handle the kitchen alone, and luckily the owner was extremely fast with his hands and feet, so we were barely able to keep up with the orders until comes, I don't know what to name her, so I'm just gonna go with Karen. Karen came alone and ordered a ridiculous order I didn't expect. But before that, and this is what my coworker told me, and I got permission to tell her side. Karen came into the store and demanded she is seated in one of the booths that's for groups. Reason because is that the seats are more comfortable, and I actually agree on that part, but it was annoying for my coworker because she's busy and the other front office member is late, so she's the only one in front of house. And the store is bustling with customers and orders, but she just let it slide and let Karen sit at the booths. Throughout the service, Karen kept annoying my coworker with stupid questions such as, does the strawberry waffle have strawberry? Or, what chocolate does the Nutella waffle has? Etc., etc. Even my coworker is in the middle of talking to another customer. Karen will rudely interrupt and ask her more stupid questions to the point my coworker had to go to the back room to calm down before coming back out with a forced smile. Anyway, then she made this ridiculous order that made the whole evening go to shit. This was her exact order. Chocolate loco crepe with strawberries and red velvet cookie dough on top. On top! She also got a milkshake, which was dumb as well, but she didn't cause an issue over it. It was a Skittle milkshake, but she only wants the red Skittles. We put in red food dye to make it look like it was blended with only the red Skittles. At first, when I read the ticket, I thought there was an error or something and that it was meant to be 2 separate orders. So I confirmed it with my coworker. Me. Hey, did you make a mistake or something? Coworker. Nope, that's what she wants. She wants the cookie dough on top. I was so confused, but whatever. If it's what the customer wants, it's what they want. But here's the kicker. There's a small window from the kitchen to the front house. We use the window to communicate and send orders. There's also the group booths in front of the window. Karen was sitting there watching. She heard us and approached us knowing that we were talking about her order. Karen, excuse me, I want my order to be thoroughly oven cooked. I don't want it raw or it'll give me an upset stomach. I thought she was talking about the cookie dough because we cooked them in the oven, so I just nodded. Me. No problem. I'll make sure the cookie dough is thoroughly cooked, ma'am. Karen. And the crepe? Me. Oh yes, it'll be cooked well. Karen. Oven baked, right? Me. What? Karen. You're going to oven bake the crepe, right? Because if you don't, I won't be able to eat it. Me. We don't cook the crepes in the oven. Karen. Well, I want it oven baked. Me. Sorry, ma'am, but the crepe will burn if we put it in the oven. They're frozen, so we just put them in the microwave to heat it up. Karen. I don't mind if it's a bit crispy. I just want it oven baked, okay? and put them together, otherwise it won't taste good. She said this and finally sat at her booth. Here's the thing, the crepe takes like at most a minute to heat up in the microwave, whilst the cookie dough takes like 2 to 3 minutes to cook. The crepe will be pitch black if it's put together with the cookie dough. At first, I thought of putting the crepe and the cookie dough in separate plates or bowls to cook them at different times and then put them on the same plate once it's both cooked. So that's what I did. Cooked them both in the oven, placed them on the same plate, drizzled some milk and white chocolate, sprinkled some chocolate curls and ice cream, and sent it out. Karen got the order, and I saw her look at it with disgust. I didn't hear what she said because there's music blasting out loud. People are talking and children are running about, but I can tell my coworker was having a hard time as Karen looked like she was yelling at her. My coworker came to the window and she looked pissed. Coworker. Karen complained and said the cookie dough and crepe are clearly not cooked together. Since the cookie dough was cooked in a bowl, we had to scrape it out and pour it onto the crepe, so it was obvious. The owner who saw what was going on chimed in and had this really wicked grin. Owner, OP, go make it exactly the way she wants it. Since the orders have calmed down, I'll personally give the order to her. Me, sure, okay then. So I did. Got a plate with the crepes, bashed on the cookie dough on the top, and placed it in the oven for 2.5 minutes, and voila! A pitch black crepe and a well-cooked cookie dough. The owner picked the plate up and handed it to her. Since the other front of the house member finally came, I and coworker watched from afar and watched the stunned face on an annoying bitch who seems outraged, and she got her order exactly the way she wanted it. Again, we couldn't hear because of the noise, but we still enjoyed her stupid expressions as my boss was having none of her stupid nonsense. My boss is firm but a chill guy. He doesn't take shit from anyone, so he enjoys taking the piss out of people like her. So she marched out and began yelling, Karen, I'm never coming back here again to this stupid place, and left just like that. Me and coworker laughed like two hyenas knowing the bitch got what she deserved.